and I will be guiding you through this full moon yin flow. Today the props you're going to need are some blocks, a blanket if you have it, and a bolster. So go ahead and grab your props and meet me on your mat. Full moons are all about releasing, so for this flow I've chose all poses that are supportive. The first pose we're going to get started in is supportive prone pose. And for this pose, I have my bolster, one block, and a blanket, and I just laid the blanket over top of a block. You'll come into a tabletop position, lowering the chest over the bolster, resting the forehead on the block.
Your hands can be wherever is most comfortable for you. Just allowing the body to melt into the bolster. Full moons are all about releasing, so that is our goal with this flow today. If you find your mind wandering, know that it's okay. Just bring your awareness back to the breath. A little deeper, try bringing the knees to the side of the mat as you allow the hips to open up in a supportive frog pose. Slowly start coming out of the pose, bringing your hands underneath your shoulders and pressing up into a tabletop position. Move your props out of the way and we'll meet in the next pose. Now coming into supportive child's pose, we have 2 blocks and a bolster set up as so. You're going to come into a tabletop position, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, and shift the hips back to the heels. Then moving the blocks in towards the body and allowing the chest and cheek to rest on the bolster. Hands can be wherever you feel the most comfortable. And come back to your breath. Noticing if you're holding any tension anywhere in the body, and if so, can you send the breath there to relax deeper into the pose? Go ahead and turn your head now, resting the opposite cheek on the bolster to allow a more even stretch for the neck. Start to come out of the pose slower than you think you need to by pressing into your hands, returning back to a tabletop position. Again, taking your time, moving the props out of the way, and we'll meet in our next pose, which is supportive forward fold. So grab your blocks, place them at the highest level next to your knees. This is going to look different for everyone. And go ahead and place your bolster on top of the block and just fold over, allowing the upper back to release. Again, this is going to look differently for everyone depending on your flexibility. Just remember that numbness and tingling and pain is something we do not want to experience in a yin pose. And now just bring your awareness back to your breath, making sure that you're not holding it and that your breath is equal length as you inhale through the nose, exhaling Just a few more moments here in this pose. Slowly start to come out of the pose. Again, taking your time, moving your props out of the way, and we will meet in our last pose, which is supportive Savasana. So I am placing my blocks side by side and resting the bolster on top of the blocks, bringing my knees and calves on the bolster to be supportive, and rolling my blanket under my neck so that I have a support for my neck. You want this pose to be super supportive, no muscle engagement, no particular breath. Rolling the shoulder blades underneath to open up your heart center, and just arrive. Relaxing the space between your eyebrows, softening the corners of your eyes, relaxing the jaw as you drop the tongue from the roof of the mouth, softening the shoulders, allowing the back body to melt into the mat, softening the front body, relaxing the hips, noticing the support you're receiving from the bolster on your thighs and your knees, relaxing your calves, ankles, and toes. Savasana. start to bring the awareness back to your body with small movements, moving your toes and your fingers, possibly a full body stretch, just taking in this releasing yin practice. And when you're ready, go ahead and come over to your favorite side, slowly coming up into a seated position. Hands at heart center, eyes closed. Taking one final breath together as we inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. I want to thank you for sharing this full moon flow with me. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.